Welcome back to Animation Teacher. Today we're going to do a color fill and color the Franco rig. So the first thing we'll do is we're going to set up the file. We'll call it Franco Build Color Fill. The next thing we'll do is we'll pull up our color palettes. So here it is. And I'm going to expose our drawing sketch underneath here. And I'll unlock the layer and slide it over to the left here so that we can put it side by side with our cleaned up line drawing of Franco. If you remember, we decided on colors based on this sketch, and I've named everything in our Franco Build Scene Palette color palette, and I just named all the swatches to match his rough sketch. So when you're coloring, you have to make sure when you're using a paint bucket fill that all the lines are closed off. And you want to make sure in the tool properties that you utilize the flattening tool there. And what I like to do is I like to go in and clean up any extra dots or points just to keep the drawings clean. Okay, here's the neck. And here are the arms. I'm going to color it shirt green 1, shirt green 2. I'll go over here and do the same with his left arm. Now when you're building a symmetrical model, you can actually build just the one side, copy and paste special and paste it on the other side. With hands, you can also copy and paste directly and assign it a independent peg so they move differently. Now here are the legs. For the Franco rig, I'm basically doing it old school just to make things straightforward and less complicated. Speaking of complicated, this foot has a lot of layers and a lot of lines that need definitely to clean up here. So I'm going to clean it up. Just bear with me here. So as I mentioned in the first video, I designed these Adidas shoes because he frankly loves these shoes. I like to use the sub-selection tool when I'm manipulating a Bezier for a line, or if I'd like to add new points. So to add new points, just hold down Control and click it, and to control a Bezier, you're simply just holding Alt as you're dragging out the point. And then to get rid of points, I just highlight and delete the points. Okay, so here it is. That's pretty cleaned up. The next thing I'll do is I'll start painting away. I'll select my colors. Oh, there seems to be an open gap there. So if you want to close a gap, just simply run the line across an existing line to close. Just make sure your lines are flattened also. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is the inside cushion. And we'll clean that up as well. So I'll probably rework this later to show an underlay cushion, but for now we'll just leave that as it is. There's the leg and there's the foot. Let me move on to the pants here because I'm going to have to break this up into a pelvis part and two separate legs. So let's just color this pelvis first. I'll close off the line, fill it, and get rid of my stroke line. Now at this point I'm just guessing as to where the pelvis will end around the hips. We're going to have to adjust the art later as we start moving Franco in animation. So even if you don't animate him, you'll do some tests first before you kind of send it to animation, I suppose. Alright, so here's the left leg. Let's clean that up a little bit. Okay. Alright, I'm just going to paint this shirt here. Now again, we're disregarding the layering aspect at this point. I'm just filling in everything. I'll get back to the shoe in a moment. I'll just color in the eyes. Here are the pupil colors and the eye white I'll use for the highlight. Okay, and the hair. I'll show you a cool trick with the hair later on, but for now we'll just fill it flat. Okay, so the last thing is the shoe. Now here's the cool thing about Harmony. You can actually copy and paste all the art from all the layers using this tool here. It's called the Apply to Line and Color Art. So it basically copies all the layers, your overlay, line, color, and underlay into one symbol. So it's just copying all the layers here. So when I paste it, you'll see that it's pasting on the layers. Okay, so I have the right foot turned off here. I'm just going to show you what it looks like on the left shoe, and we'll just flip it horizontally and move it over to the right. So here are both of the shoes. I'm going to hide that underlay layer because we're kind of showing just that part there. Just nudging it in place. Now when you're moving the drawing, you want to use the black arrow. But when you're animating, you're moving the peg. So that pretty much covers the coloring aspect of the Franco build. Next, we're going to learn how to set up a basic rig. Thanks for watching.